Welcome to Life Mastery for Women, where I help you decode the struggles in your life in the areas of health, wealth, relationships, and spirituality with mind mastery, emotional management, and meditation. Welcome to today's podcast. Hey ladies, it's Jen Mack, Lady of the Mind. Welcome to today's episode where I hope I am finding you believing that you are smart enough, pretty enough, and good enough. And if you are not feeling those beliefs, then it is my intention that in today's episode, I give you just one nugget of inspiration towards your transformation. A long time ago, when I was a kid, I was bullied, picked on, teased pretty much every day. And you know, if you're a woman and people are teasing you, your friends, other classmates, maybe teachers, maybe your siblings, maybe there's even a little bit of sarcasm, or maybe there's some teasing from your family. It doesn't always feel right. It doesn't always fall on us in a way that we can accept and say, hey, you know, I understand they're just kidding. A lot of the times we take it as face value, and it can be a little bit disheartening. So we want to be treated a certain way, and when we're not, we have these beliefs that prevent us later in life, right? We then adopt these beliefs that I'm not smart enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not pretty enough. Now, so as I go through school, I'm starting to believe that. So when I'm younger, I'm combating that. I don't believe it, but I'm continuing to act a certain way, and they're continuing to treat me a certain way. And then pretty soon it confirms that belief. So somewhere in my high school years, right, it was a confirmation that I guess I'm not good enough, because it's going on and on every single time. And all of these kids, and now these teachers, or my dad or my brother or somebody, they're saying these things. And I'm like, well, gosh, it must be true. Well, here's what I say to my youngest son, who's 13 years old, and he gets some of that feedback from kids that he goes to school with, of course. And he's like, but these kids say that I'm not smart enough. I said, does that belief feel good when you think it? And he said, no, absolutely not. I said, do you believe that you are smart? And he said, yes. I said, then that's it. Everything else that they say is not a belief that you have to pick up. Pick up the beliefs that do empower you, that do feel good, right? And he's like, it's just really hard, Jen, because they say all these things and they say it all the time. And every time I ask a question, they laugh, or they make, they do something that then confirms again in his head. And I said, the bottom line is, you believe what you want to believe about yourself. So if someone comes in and gives you a belief that feels good, then believe that. If someone comes in and gives you a belief that doesn't feel good, negate that one. Get rid of that one. Say, no, that's just their perspective. That's something that they have going on. They're just projecting onto me. They're feeling that way, so they're telling that to me. So anyway, now fast forward into life. I'm, a grown woman. I have kids. I have a partner. I have a house. I have, a couple odd jobs, but I have a business. I'm a coach. I'm an energy coach. I'm an energy coach, and I'm a intuitive healer. And so I help women work through those beliefs that get stuck in their system, that they have a hard time letting go of. As an entrepreneur, well, here, let's go first. As a parent, that is a huge personal development journey that you're on, because your kids will pick and poke at every bruise and energy block that you have ever had your entire life. Kids always want to feel smarter than their parents. And it's always a hard lesson for me to adapt to that, because if they are smarter than me, then that reconfirms that I'm not smart enough. So what do we do? Well, there's a way to release those beliefs. There's lots of ways to work with the energy of the belief, because a belief is just an energy. It's just a thought that you keep thinking, right? It's just a thought that keeps getting confirmed, and you keep saying, and you keep it going. You keep it alive by spending time on it. You keep it alive by talking about it, expressing it in all these different ways. See, I told you I'm not smart enough. I can't figure this something out. See, even my 13-year-old son is smarter than me when it comes to technology, or whatever. You're continuing to perpetuate that belief. Now, if a belief is only a thought that you continue to think, then doesn't it also prove right that if I change the thought, then the belief will follow. And your belief is what creates your emotional state, and it's what creates your physical manifestation ability. So if I believe that I'm not smart enough, am I going to create a successful business? Yes or no? No, probably not. If I don't believe that I'm good enough, am I going to create a successful relationship? Yes or no? No, probably not. So now what? Now my life is showing up as I believe. So how do I have to shift things? What do I have to do? Well, first of all, stand back and look at your life. How much money do you have? Do you want to make more money? Change your belief about money. How's your relationship? How's your love life? How's your sex life? How's your parenting? How's your relationship with your kids? If it's not good, then change it. Change the belief that you have about it. It is that simple. Now, the harder part, the work, comes in at removing, releasing, and letting go of the energy. That's where I come in. That's what I do. I help women walk through and release the negative self-talk, the limiting beliefs, the stuck energy that is preventing you from excelling in your life in the areas you want to excel. So pick an area. Do you want to excel right now in health? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to feel better, have more energy so you can play with your kids, so you can move around without pain? Do you want to excel in the area of your relationships, where you're having more connections and better conversations, more sex, more intimate moments, more fun? Then we have to work on your beliefs around your relationships and around what you think about yourself. And then what about money? Do you want to make more money? Then you have to improve your capacity to house that money. Here's a good analogy when it comes to money. You have a small cup, just a little tiny little kid's drinking cup. And every ounce of water that goes in is your capacity to receive whatever it is that you want. Love, money, health, okay? And if that capacity is full, you can't receive any more. So if you're only making $20,000 a year and you want to make 50, you have to change the capacity in which you house that information. You have to be able to receive at a higher level. The next is you've increased your capacity. Now you have a bucket. Now you dump that cup into a bucket. Now look at how much more room you have to receive love, to receive financial freedom, to receive friendship, more fun, whatever it is you want, better health. Okay? And now you fill up to that bucket. And now you're like, okay, well now I'm making $50,000 a year. Now I want to make 100. Because I have more things. I'm improving my capacity. I've reached that limit. Now you have a bucket. Now you upgrade into your swimming pool. So in the swimming pool, you dump that bucket into the swimming pool, and now look at, now your capacity has improved. So what are we actually talking about here? Like that's, Jen, you gave me a lot of stories and I'm connecting and I understand, I resonate with the things that you're saying, but what now? Well, here's what now. Learn to work at the energy level. That's the ability to focus your mind on improving your capacity. Also, releasing those things that are preventing you from moving forward or moving up. You want more money? You have to increase and you have to release the limiting beliefs that limit you regarding money, like money is hard, there are no jobs, I don't get paid enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, and on it goes. Releasing, being willing to release that stuck energy that is preventing your capacity from growing. And then the other is being able and being willing to improve the capacity in which you receive those things. And in doing so, as you're releasing the blocks, that alone is switching out the container in which you hold that thing that you want to receive more of. So let's say we talk about your limiting beliefs around money. There's just not enough money. I don't get paid enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not as smart as my coworkers, on and on. We release that in a group coaching program in a safe environment where you're able to express it and then release that limiting belief and then allow new empowering beliefs in its place. Right there, that step, that's a very, very powerful technique that I teach in my group coaching program. And in that step, as you are releasing that, you now are allowing the capacity. You just got rid of the cup and moved on to the bucket. I have worked with some people, some different women, and they're talking about money. They're talking about trying to improve their income. And I said, hey, okay, let's talk about your beliefs around that. Let's have a conversation about the beliefs that you have around money and income and value. And as we talk about that, and as she is able to release it, you guys, checks start coming in the mail. Like, we worked together, let's say it was at 12 o'clock on a Tuesday. I don't know what day it was. 12 o'clock on a Tuesday. And then she texted me, we're together for like an hour. She texts me later and she says, you're not going to believe what I just went out in the mail to go get. Because I had 2 checks in there. That's how fast it works. When you work at the energy level, that's how fast things can shift for you. And that's what I do. So if this is something that you are interested in, at least you're beginning to understand that you might have some issues around the beliefs that you have and trying to improve a desire. You're trying to make more money, have more love, have better health, and you're understanding that, I might be preventing that from happening. Then I invite you to check out our Facebook page. It's a private group called Lady Rising. And it's on Facebook, and it's this lovely, supportive group of women who have 2 to 3 conversations every month discussing some of these things, like our beliefs. Now, if you want to go further, I have a group coaching program that's launching here in just a couple of weeks that we're going to take this and we're going to go deep. So what does that mean for you? That means that whatever it is that's blocking you right now, that block can get removed immediately. And a new belief gets installed and you literally get up the next day and you're like, oh my God, my life is completely different. I'm not kidding. It sounds so ridiculous, even as it comes out of my mouth. But the reason I say it the way I do and the reason that I have this conviction behind it is because I've experienced it. Because I have worked with my coach and I have gone to programs and I'm a part of group coaching programs where we move those limiting beliefs out. And I know how to do it. And I'm offering it to you. So if there's a desire that you are trying to attain and it is somehow not working, you're not able to, you've been pushing, you've been trying, you've been pushing all the physical world around you and it's just not working, please check us out. Go to Facebook, go to Lady Rising. And you can check out either of our courses. So no matter where you are in your life, you could come in and be a part of this growing culture where we work at the energy level that begins to shift us right now. Because if that belief that you had about love or money or health was gone, your life would be completely changed. Your belief changes, then everything else shifts behind it. And it's not just about a bunch of affirmations. Like there are people out there, there are coaches out there that are still teaching affirmations. And I'm telling you right now, that shit don't work. It doesn't work. And how do I know? Because I tried it. I tried it for years. And it never worked for me. When I gotta go a level deeper, not just the words, I have to go a level deeper. Could those affirmations help later? Yes, but you've got to remove the energy block. You have to be willing to go inward and have that introspection and remove the energy. You have to go in and remove the energy, be willing to release the energy, and that's what I teach. So I hope that this finds you well. I hope that you're understanding that it's your beliefs that are keeping you stuck. And I hope you understand that what I have to offer is something that really, really can help you. And I hope you join us, even if it's just for the sister calls. The calls are $11 a call, and you get so much out of it. And you get the support, you get the camaraderie, and you get the conversation that helps to broaden your perspective. On one call, your life could change forever. If you liked this episode and you look forward to future episodes and are really looking for a community to help support you with implementing the tools that we're talking about in this podcast, please consider joining our online sister community called Lady Rising on Facebook, where we focus on that spiritual support and connection, just like in today's episode. I hope you'll join us. Go to Facebook, type in Lady Rising, and tell me you came in through the podcast.